पावर प्लांट क्वेश्चन आंसर में आपका स्वागत है। अगर आप बीओई या बॉयलर ऑपरेटर एग्जाम या इंटरव्यू की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो यह चैनल आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होने वाला है। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। What kind of energy is available in the fuel? Chemical energy is available in the fuel. How does energy conversion take place in a boiler? Chemical energy available in fuel is converted into heat energy during combustion. Heat energy is converted to kinetic energy in steam. Kinetic energy is converted in mechanical energy in turbine, and mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy in generator. What happens to the speed of the molecules in a material when it is heated? Molecules move faster when they have more energy, so the temperature is also related to the average speed of molecules. What is the theoretical lowest temperature possible in the universe? The 0 point on Kelvin scale is the lowest possible theoretical temperature that exists in the universe, 273.15 degrees Celsius or 0 K. What is absolute zero temperature? Absolute zero temperature is taken as 273 degree or 0 Kelvin. What is the difference between gauge pressure and absolute pressure? Gauge pressure show the difference between the actual pressure of the system and the atmospheric pressure. Gauge pressure is equal to actual pressure in a system minus atmospheric pressure. How many kilojoules are there in 1 kilocalorie? 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.1868 kilojoule. What is specific heat? Specific heat of any substance is defined as the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. Can we convert the total heat energy supplied to an engine into work? Which law speaks about this? Second law of thermodynamics, Kelvin and Planck statement. According to this, it is impossible to convert all the heat supplied to an engine to get an equivalent amount of work. Some portion of the heat supply is rejected. What is cycle process? In cyclic process, a system moves from a given initial state, goes through a number of different changes in state going through various processes and finally returns to its initial state. Therefore, at the end of a cycle, all the properties have the same value they had at the beginning. Is it possible to build an engine based on Carnot cycle? In a heat engine, heat is always rejected. The most efficient theoretical thermodynamic cycle, which is possible between any two temperature, is given by Carnot cycle. Carnot cycle is a 4-step process having to isothermal process and to adiabatic process. In isothermal step, there is no change in internal energy and the heat supply is equal to the work done. Into adiabatic process, the heat is not exchanged. It is impossible to build such a system. This is an idealized process. The importance of the cycle is that it gives an idea about the highest efficiency of any cyclic process between two temperatures. On which cycle does the steam turbine-based thermal power plant operate? Rankine cycle is mostly used at thermal power plant for power generation by steam turbine using dry or superheated steam. What is the role of a boiler, steam turbine, condenser and feed pump in Rankine cycle? Process 4-1, first feed water is pumped from low pressure to high pressure by BFP into the boiler. Process 1-2, the high pressure feed water enters a boiler, where it is heated at constant pressure by an external heat source to convert it into superheated vapor. Heat is obtained by burning fuel. Process 2-3, the superheated vapor expands in a turbine to generate power. Ideally, this expansion is adiabatic. Temperature and pressure of the vapor decrease up to the condenser pressure. Process 3-4, the vapor then enters a condenser, where it is cooled to make saturated liquid. This liquid then re-enters to the boiler through pump and the cycle repeats. Why is an actual Rankine cycle not same as the ideal Rankine cycle? An actual Rankine cycle differs from the ideal Rankine cycle for following reasons. Turbine losses heat loss to the surrounding and expansion does not exactly, pump losses and condenser losses. How can the efficiency of Rankine cycle be increased? Two methods are adopted to increase the efficiency of Rankine cycle. First, by reheating the exhaust steam and using it again at turbine reheat cycle. Second, by extracting some steam from the turbine and using it for feed water heating regenerative cycle. These thermodynamic cycles are called as modified Rankine cycle. What change are observed in Rankine cycle when the turbine inlet steam temperature, pressure and exhaust pressure change? Rankine efficiency increase with the increase in steam pressure and temperature and exhaust pressure decreases. On which cycle does the combined cycle power plant work? A combined cycle power plant works by integrating the Brayton cycle of a gas turbine with the Rankine cycle of a steam turbine to generate electricity efficiently. The gas turbine uses the Brayton cycle, while the waste heat from the gas turbine's exhaust is used in a heat recovery steam generator (HRSG) to produce steam, which then drives the steam turbine on the Rankine cycle. What are the main equipments of a Brayton cycle? Brayton cycle is a thermodynamic cycle related to the gas turbine. This consists three components: a compressor, a combustion chamber and an expansion turbine. दोस्तों, अगर आपको कोई टॉपिक चाहिए या कोई खास सवाल सीरीज चाहिए तो मुझे कमेंट में जरूर बताएं। मैं अगला वीडियो उसी पर बनाऊंगा। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब और शेयर करना ना भूलें। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में।